This is San Diego News Daily.
Hello and welcome to San Diego News Daily. I'm Dina Williams. Starting off with a bit of a tragic story here. At least 4 people were killed early this morning after a boat capsized off the coast of Imperial Beach. San Diego County Sheriff's deputies first responded to calls for help just after midnight last night. When they arrived, they found an overturned boat with 9 people stranded in the ocean. 4 of those passengers were pronounced dead at the scene, while first responders say they were able to transport the remaining 5 over to the hospital.
Border Patrol had watched it cross the border. When it capsized, after that we had 5 transported to the hospital. We have Coast Guard still out there, looking out there in the water to see if there's any other bodies out there. I think the 5 that were transported were minor injuries, and then just being cold from being in the water.
At least 7 people traveling on smuggling boats have died in San Diego County this year alone, as at least 3 people died when a boat carrying an estimated 18 people overturned near Torrey Pines State Beach in May. And people in the Southcrest neighborhood are bracing for the oncoming rain and potential flooding. This is one of the neighborhoods that you probably remember was under several feet of water in the historic storm in January of last year. The city says it's been clearing storm drains and it will have crews ready for any problems in the coming days. Over in the Bonita area, several families were seen filling up sandbags, just trying to get ready.
We did grab, as Jill mentioned, a few sandbags to the back of our garage. Other than that, we're up on a hill a little bit, so we feel pretty safe, but we are praying for other families that they can make it through the storm without any issues.
We just want to be prepared, just in case if it does get flooded, especially because it's under, like it has a hill under, so that's why we just want to make sure it doesn't get super flooded there.
Yeah, better safe than sorry. And there are several locations around San Diego County where you can still get sandbags. We have a list at NBC7.com. And a few other reminders. Call 211 if you or someone you may know needs help being connected to resources. But as always, if it is an emergency, call 911. We heard from San Diego lifeguards yesterday, and they say they will have swiftwater rescue teams available. We also spoke to the County Office of Emergency Services. They say they'll be monitoring this storm's progress 24/7 and said any urgent alerts and warnings will be posted on alertsandiego.org. A man once known as the bolder than most rapist decades ago is back in custody and will stay there for at least the next few months. Alvin Quarles was rearrested last week for violating his parole. On Friday, he faced a judge. Quarles was released in Borrego Springs earlier this year after serving 25 years in state prison and a decade in sex offender treatment. We talked to a deputy district attorney who wouldn't tell us why he was arrested again.
Unfortunately, I cannot disclose the nature of the violations at this time. I anticipate a lot of this information will come to light either on the January 23rd status or any future hearing thereafter.
The judge ordered Quarles back to a state hospital in Fresno County. He's going to stay there at least until his next hearing come January. All right, this dashboard cam video just absolutely outraged parents in Lakeside. Back in August at Tierra del Sol school drop-off, a car hopped over a curb and sped up and down a sidewalk, nearly hitting kids walking to school. Now, there was a proposal to stop something like that from ever happening again. NBC7's Todd Strain spoke with the man behind the plan.
I was dumbfounded. I could not believe what I was watching. It was kind of out of a horror movie in my mind.
Andrew Hayes is a Lakeside Union School Board member and a former student at Tierra del Sol School.
This is the infamous spot right here. The car at one point jumped up onto the sidewalk right around here.
Hayes used to walk to school on the Petite Lane sidewalk where the car dangerously drove. So he knew he needed to take action.
Perhaps we could put in some metal barriers similar to these right here that could go right here along the way, so that way kids can still walk to school, but also it can resist a car or stop a car from jumping up onto the sidewalk.
Hayes' proposal to put in barriers is a little tricky because the school district doesn't own the land the sidewalk is on. The county does. So the two entities have to work together. As for a time frame when the barriers could be installed,
For me, yesterday is when we should get it done, but I think by the end of the year we should be able to get something done here.
Part of Andrew Hayes' plan is not just to increase traffic safety measures here at Tierra del Sol Middle School, but at all schools across the Lakeside Union School District. So Hayes reached out to the California Highway Patrol for additional help.
The CHP were more than happy to do that. They let us know that they're going to increase some patrols in the area. They're also going to do site visits to each of our sites and take a look at how we can improve each of our sites' traffic flow so that we may be able to prevent something like this in the future.
the proposal, which still needs to be approved by the school district, has received positive feedback from parents.
They were scared for the lives of their kids. They were scared for the lives of other people's kids. And I think they're excited about the fact that, we're doing something. We're taking action. We want to see something good happen.
In Lakeside, Todd Strain, NBC 7.
And our NBC 7 meteorologist Brooke Martell will have a look at your weather right after this.
You count on breaking news.
People running in the streets, they have their kids, they have their pets.
And help preparing for the unexpected.
Small fire right now. We'll keep an eye on it.
You count on stories from your community. You count on getting different points of view.
We're still human.
And your voice being heard.
We need help.
You count on in-depth reporting.
It's a mess, and it's making people sick.
Because you know the whole story is more than just the headline. This is coverage you count on, only on NBC 7 and Telemundo 20.
Taking a look at your local weather headlines, the rain is here and we could see moderate to heavy rainfall at times for today. It's why we have that flood watch. But in addition to the rain, cooler temperatures, breezy conditions. So here's some details on that flood watch in place for the entire day. And as we know with these, excessive runoff could lead to flooding for streams, creeks, low-lying areas, neighborhoods, intersections. So be mindful of that for today. Coastal conditions for you. High rip current risk. Wave heights near 4 to 7 feet. Some of those could even reach 8 feet for today. Please be careful if you are heading to the coastline and really anywhere across the county with some of that moderate to heavy rainfall in the forecast. Mid 60s over the coast today. Low to upper 60s for the valleys. We have 50s for the mountains. 70s today for the desert region. Timing out a couple of things. This is what we mean when we could get that moderate to heavy rainfall really continuing throughout your morning and into your afternoon. But look at this. As we head into about 4 or 5 o'clock, it is expected that some of this activity will start to taper off and we could have periods of dry weather as well, especially if you have those plans for tonight. Good news on that front, but you could see those breezy conditions hanging on over the mountains and especially over the desert region. Because we'll have remnants of the system late tonight into tomorrow, it means we continue to have those rain chances as we go into Sunday. But by that point, it will be light, it will be scattered. Just like I mentioned for later on today and early this evening, we'll have periods of dry weather here as well. San Diego River, want to mention this because we could see those water levels increase because of that heavier rainfall. And that would be by this afternoon. We could actually reach about 9.5 feet there. Action stage is at about 7.5 feet. What I mean by that is when we reach that level, that's when we could start to see things be a little bit problematic when it comes to flooding over that portion. Now, for what you can expect today, we know about the opportunity here for some of that moderate to heavy rainfall. By Sunday, periods of dry weather, so looking better. Temperatures will stay pretty consistent over the downtown region. Monday, Tuesday, additional rainfall in the forecast here from another system moving through. So we're not done with it yet. That could actually cool us down just a little bit more as well. 10-day forecast looks like this. You can see periods of dry weather by about midweek and then maybe another opportunity for some moisture there by Friday. But we do warm up by next weekend. You can see how much colder it's going to be over the mountain communities. 50s over the next couple of days. Possibility we could reach those 40s and we'll have some 60s back over the desert region, Dana.
All right, Brooke, thanks so much. And today you can get a jump start on your holiday shopping and support some talented local seniors. The City of San Diego's Age Well Services program will be holding their annual craft sale in Balboa Park. The seniors make everything from kids' clothes to jewelry. There are about 75 locals who will be participating. 2 seniors we spoke to say the sale is a really great chance to connect with other local seniors and see the incredible variety of work they're able to create.
And, it's good for women and men to just see where it takes them, I think. Do something fun, do something as a hobby, and you meet other people who do it, and it gets pretty surprising. You get connections and some friendships come out of it. So to me, it's a very positive thing, and I like that. I think we need positive things in this world today, so. yeah, to me it's very positive.
Oh, don't you love that? The craft sale is happening today and tomorrow, rain or shine, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Casa del Prado in Balboa Park. Admissions free. All right, there's more coverage you can count on at NBC7.com, and you can always find us on your Roku or your Samsung Smart TV app. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Dana Williams.